when you come to your folder, your file folder here, are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So under how to register for ISC2, how to register for ISC2, that's after this one. You see how to register for ISC2. You need to play this video. I think I've been getting a lot of views on that video. It looks like most people are writing ISC2 this period. So when I check the YouTube count, the views has been going up. So you go to the YouTube, this particular link, and you watch how to register. I think I showed step by step how to register the pro license exam. Oh, I think it's open. So you will check that and be sure you follow it up because you will need it.
I should do it now.
No, you do it over in the weekend. So that's the YouTube that is about to play now. So I wanted to show you how it is. So you go through it. Huh?
I'm here at the African Technology Expo. Honestly, I feel inspired and I feel very, very motivated by the things that I am seeing, by the brands and all the
So I showed how you go step by step, and so it has already gotten like 1,000 views, and people are still viewing. Allow it. Then the country code, your phone number. I think some people even commented that they've successfully, with the advice from here, they've written the exam and they passed. I got some kind of comment like that. Are you saying this? You guys say you're a lifesaver.
Yes.
That was 9 months ago. Someone say you're a lifesaver. So
Huh?
I said someone said I'm a lifesaver.
That's a compliment, a big one compliment.
Probably he found the information's what's it called useful, and he wrote the exam and he passed. Some other people too. I think I also got another comment that someone wrote. He said he wrote his exam and he passed. Let me check what I could see down here. It's not up to 2 weeks. Person gave that. So comments. I can actually check my comments somewhere around. Please. And most times, some creators they fake their page and stuff like that. I don't know why they would want to do that anyway. If you know they, you know they. So why faking it? Do the real thing. You don't have to fake the results. Let me check. Let me not get my comments. Let me go to YouTube Studio. Check. See comments from there. Recently, someone passed the exam and had to come back to the YouTube here and was thanking me. Okay, so while it opens, support post right. So you will go through it. Then I think there's a material here. This material might, let me check. Okay, this is the material for today's class. That's what it is. It's the material for today's class. So these are spoken. Let me check comments. Comments. Okay. Comments. This one said, your videos are always such a treat to watch. Keep it up. Fantastic work. I'm looking for the guy that passed his exam a few weeks ago. Should be up. Ah, anyway, maybe later if I see it, I will share with you. Someone passed his exam. Okay, so you go to the video, follow it.
Can we have past questions and see how it is?
He said,
Okay, can we see a sample of this exam and see how it is?
with the step-by-step process that I will show you guys, there is a mock exam too that you can write to know how the exam is. There is. There is. Okay, so let me close this side. So we can go back to class.
And what's the meaning of ISC?
ISC stands for Information System Certification Consortium. The two C's, that's why you have C2.
Okay.
Just a minute.
So what's the benefit of this certification?
I will share everything with you shortly.
Yeah?
Okay, so this ISC2 is very, very important, especially for those who are joining the industry new. And I recommend it to our students because it's one of the easiest hanging or lowest hanging fruit. Plus, it is also,
What other certification? Yeah.
yeah, when you go on Google, you check cybersecurity certification. But the advice there is go for certifications that is relevant to where you are going to. Relevant to where you're going to, I mean, is for example, if you are going into the defense department, you go for certifications that are under defense. If you're going into the ones in the, what's it called, offense, then also you have to go over to licenses that have to do with the red team, which is the offense. So don't just say cybersecurity licenses and you just go for any license. Also, this what's it called? This ISC2 is the one of the cheapest actually I've seen. One of the cheapest I've seen.
At what cost?
when you have to receipt it if you fail and you have to receipt, the cost is $199. That is about the cheapest. The counter or the competitors of or other licensing companies like CompTIA licensing. CompTIA licensing, some of them are around $500, $700, $750, $950, $1,000 plus. This one is just around 199. Yeah, something like that. That's if you fail, and we don't expect anybody to fail the exam. You grab. So
Mm.
yeah, when you follow all the advice and the processes will be given, you should not fail the exam. But just in case you fail, which nobody prays for you to fail, just in case anyone fails, the person can, you know. But that money is big, especially in Nigeria now, depending on what the economy is saying. It's a very huge money. It should be close to 290 something, right? 190, 90, the 190 or $199. It should be close to 200 and something thousand. Okay, so the ISC2 Information System Certification Consulting. When you register, you will get to find out that they have the domains that they will want to train you on. I think there are 5 domains: domain 1, domain 2, domain 3, domain 4, and domain 5. Today's class, we are expanding the 5 domains. We expand them into 8 so that we can cover them a little bit extensively. But it still does not cover, it still does not, it's not a replacement for you not to go through this, their own trainings. After their own training, you're going to write like a test. The test will be in-house. You're going to write the test. When you pass the test, they will give you a home certificate, like a normal certificate. That certificate is not your license. It is just a certificate to show that you finished the ISC2 curriculum. Okay? And you are getting ready for, what's it called? You are getting ready for your external examination. I hope nobody is trying to call me. Right. Sorry about that. Okay, so after you finish the exam, you will be awarded that certificate. I think my own should be somewhere around. I don't even remember where it is. But that certificate plus the one we're going to give to you is 2. Then plus the licensed one, that will make it 3 certificates you should be able to acquire by the end of your program. Does it make sense?
Yeah, quite well.
So when you go through that video, this will make a little bit sense for you. Now we have what we call ISC2 Code of Ethics. It's like
ISC2 Code of Ethics.
ethics. Yes, this will come out in the exam on the lighter form. Come out in the exam. They will ask it in a way that is going to, you know, try to twist it, but when you understand what they mean, you will be able to, you know, do it. It says that all information security professionals, this is code of ethics. who are certified by ISC2 recognize that such certification is a privilege. You can see it, right?
Yeah.
That must be both earned and maintained. Now, in support of this principle, all ISC2 members are required to commit to fully support this code of ethics. That is the code. ISC2 members who intentionally or knowingly violate any provision of the code will be subject to action by a peer review panel, which may result in the revocation of certification. So ISC2 members are obligated to follow the ethics compliance procedure upon observing any action by any member that breached the code. Failure to do so may be considered a breach of the code pursuant to Canon 4. Now, ISC2 is an international community, cybersecurity community. So, joining them, you will have to be sure that your intentions are pure. Otherwise, it will be withdrawn from you. So they said here there are only 4 mandatory canons in the code. 4 mandatory canons. So when they're asking you in the exam, they might ask you what are the 4 mandatory canons in the code, or they will add more and tell you to fish out the ones that are not part of it. You grab.
Yeah.
So there are only 4 mandatory canons in the code. By necessity, such high-level guidance or such codes or mandatory codes, they are not intended to be a substitute for your ethical judgments of the professional. Meaning, yes, we've given you this mandatory code, but there are points in time when your psychological or ethical judgment as a human and as a professional should override such judgment. Do you understand? So look at the code of ethics and the code of ethics canon. We have the canons and we also have the preamble. We have the canons and we have the preamble. Why is my network going up? My network went out, right? My network went out. I think so.
Okay.
So I have to quickly switch over to the next one. I just have to keep standby internet access ready. Just in case if I notice one shaking, I just move immediately to the next one. Okay. To save us time because you know the classes are being recorded. So at the empty spaces between the classes within the month. So you're going to read through you will see them. You will see these two when you register. You're going to read through them too because they are distinct. This one is only 1, 2, 3, 4. While this one is only 2. So preamble is 2, while canons is 4. So in the ISC2 exam, they might scramble all of them together and tell you to fish out the ones that are rich. So, okay, let's quickly move into the domains so that we can treat them as fast as possible. I'm going on a video today.
Wow, sorry.
It's all right. No problem. Okay, so the first domain here is security and risk management. Security and risk management. So the definition is this domain covers the foundational concept of cybersecurity. It covers the foundational concept of cybersecurity, including risk management.
Sir, sorry, sir.
Yes, go ahead.
Where did we get the domain from? I don't know.
ISC2 in their platform, after you finish registering, when you follow the video that I showed you, when you come to your link, your folder link, you will see this video, how to register for ISC2.
Okay,
Once,
sir.
once you click on it, carefully watch and follow the steps, okay, and register. If you still need my assistance, let me know when you are doing the registration. So registration is free. You just register. Once you register, you'll be able to access this platform, this particular ISC2 platform. And that's where you will see their domains from domain 1 to domain 4. Now,
Okay.
now inside this domain 1 to domain 4, I extracted them and expanded them into 8 domains that we are going to be talking about today. Do you understand?
I understand, but if they ask me for the exam, it's 4, not 8.
And they will not even ask you the domains. But what they will ask you are they will ask you questions from the 4 domains. And why I'm expanding it is because there's a way they jam packed the concepts. So they jam packed so many things that if you only read from that platform, you might not necessarily pass the exam. Concept you expand your knowledge, expand it and expand it. So part of that expanding is what we are doing with now that I expanded it from 4 to 8. See, it's just like breaking down a topic into subtopics.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah. So the first here we have is security and risk management. This domain covers the definition, the foundational concept of cybersecurity, including risk management, governance, laws, and ethics. There's still a role in cybersecurity for managers. Very, very important role, and they earn big money too for risk management. Their certification too is big. Most times they work under the GRC. Remember the GRC, governance, risk, and compliance, right?
Governance.
Risk and compliance.
Okay,
Yeah.
sir.
I think we talked about something like that in the last class. This was from your last class, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay, good. I wanted to be sure that I asked this for you. Okay, so
But the
governance risk,
diagram.
the diagram. What happened to it?
No, I'm asking, is it the diagram you said it was for last week?
No, I mean these diagrams. Is it from your last class?
No.
Oh, okay. Then there is. Let me check. Okay, these your two names used to make me confused. In the call, it is Richie, but in the what's it called? In your email, your full name it is Mike. What's your full name
Mike.
anyway? He said Mike. Ah, Mike. Okay. What was the last thing we treated? Bring me to speed.
Stock technology.
Yes, SOC. We ended up introduction to SOC, right? We ended it, right?
Hmm.
Okay. So we're in the right part. So this is what we're supposed to be talking about today. That means, yeah, this is Mike. I'm actually looking at a folder, your own folder. Okay. Just a minute. Okay, still the same. So, in this particular domain, which is security and risk management, this domain covers the foundational concepts of cybersecurity, including risk management, governance, laws, and ethics. And we also say that it focuses on maintaining security policies, business continuity, and ensuring compliance with legal regulations. We also have some use case for that particular domain. We said that in the use case, risk assessment. A company evaluates potential risk before launching new software. A company evaluates potential risk before launching new software. Identifying
What?
potential risk.
Okay, what are the potential risks we can assess?
For example, loopholes that what's it called? That the hackers or threat actors might infiltrate or take advantage of. Also, softwares that are not written properly. Also, market loopholes. There are several risks that a company can look at and evaluate even before they launch a new software. They will also test the software over and over again to ensure that it is yet ready to be served in the market. For example, identifying threats like malware or data breaches and creating a plan to mitigate this risk on time. You wanted to say something?
Yes, I'm trying to this risk assessment. Uh, just like you said, company evaluate potential risks before launching new software, identifying threats like malware, data breaches, and what's that
And creating a plan.
to mitigate this risk. Okay.
Yes.
So when we are creating this plan, is it the duty of the cyber security analyst?
Okay. So the people who create plan to mitigate this risk are senior level cybersecurity operators. See, it is very important for people to know where they are, where they are going to, and what they can do to get to where they're going to. Okay. At a primary knowledge, this knowledge is enough for you primarily. But by the time you put in some years into the industry, you now become probably like a SOC lead or a manager or an engineer, SOC engineer. Now you will now be able to write plans, set up security architectures that will help organizations to stay compliance safe and also to stay free from hacks. Do you understand me? For now, you're getting ready with the theory for your examination, which is your license examination.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So your more focus will be to acquire a lot of theoretical and practical knowledge that is available for you on this level one, because okay, you're doing beginners program. So by the time you're done with the beginners program, you will be internship ready. Then at internship readiness, you might pursue SOC level one analyst program. By the time you are done with that one, you'll be entry level ready. Okay. So when you now get into a job and you start growing from there, year one, year two, year three, of course, as you're growing, probably you get to level two, level three, become a SOC lead or a SOC manager. So as responsibilities will be increasing. Likewise, your certifications and your license. Also, the jobs. Most people will break out and start a company with the knowledge they have, broker deals with other companies, do partnerships with other companies that are core into the work. You understand how businesses are. So everybody have lots of parts to join and to execute in cybersecurity. Not everybody is going to sit down and be a hacker. Do you understand what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So at the end of this program, or while you're going through the program, be looking around, be testing, be checking which area of this field will benefit me. Because if you finish this program and you are not sure of the direction to follow, then probably have not yet done enough work for you. That's
What
it.
if I have dual directions, maybe two or three?
He said,
What if I have multiple directions?
fantastic. You choose the one that is easiest. Because I always tell people to start from the known to the unknown. Choose the one that is easiest. At least when you go in, you're already in. You now start expanding.
Okay.
So risk assessments, we've seen risk assessments. Remember, we are talking about risk security and risk management combined inside one domain. Okay, so that this domain covers the foundational concept of cybersecurity, including risk management, governance, laws, and ethics. So we've seen risk management, risk assessment. We also see compliance management. For example, a healthcare company ensures compliance with HIPAA. That is, what's the full meaning of HIPAA again? Something Portability Accountability Act. It's under health, but you can check it up on Google or anywhere. It is one of the data regulatory bodies, especially in the USA, for health, to protect health patients' records. Security policies, on the other hand, organizations enforce password policies that require users to change their passwords regularly to minimize password unauthorized access. We also have some practicals to do here for those who would want to do. So imagine you are securing your home Wi-Fi network. You set up a strong password, you enable encryption, you restrict access only to trusted devices, which mitigates the risk of unauthorized access. When you're doing all these things, you are upholding the first domain, which is security and risk management. Number two, asset security. This domain involves the protection of information and assets through proper classification and handling. You have to classify first before you now talk about how to handle it. The gateman and his registry file, that registry file has been classified as public. Now the handling is made public, the person that can handle it. But the patient record is classified as confidential. So the handling will be what? Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
What would the handling be? Confidential, because the classification is confidential. So this includes secure storage, encryption, and proper data destruction when necessary. It's not all that about getting data. Destroying data too. There are rules in destroying data. There are data that are not expected to be flying around. Even if they are going to be destroyed, they will be destroyed with maximum scrutiny. The same way a promiscuous man destroys a letter sent to him by his ex-wife or his concubine, telling him, if you don't send me money now, I will expose you, I expose your family. You know the way he used to delete that kind of message? Eh, that's how destruction of data should happen. Destroy it and make sure that there is no way it can come out again.
So what are the rules in destroying data?
He said,
The rules in destroying data.
the rules. Is it what you're asking?
Yes.
Okay, good. You have to channel the question to your AI assistant.
I'm not
Classification.
video, sir.
Why
I told you
now?
I'm not listening.
Oh, Michael. Find time so that two of us will open it. It shouldn't take more than 5 minutes. You hear me? So write down that question now. Write it down on a paper. The rules or to classification, handling, and destruction of data. Write it down. The rules for classification, handling, and destruction of data.
Okay.
Okay, good. Under the use case, we see data classification. A company categorizes data as confidential or public to determine the appropriate level of protection. See what I was saying? A company will have to categorize data as either confidential or public so that they can determine the appropriate level of protection needed. Also, secure disposal. An organization securely disposes obsolete hard drives using shredding techniques. You see this technique here? It's one of the techniques used in destroying data, especially hard drives. For hard drives, you use shredding techniques. Shredding, to shred it, the same way you shred paper. There's machine used in shredding hard drives to ensure that the data cannot be recovered. On the practical, a small business needs to classify financial records as confidential and use encryption to protect them, ensuring only authorized personnel can handle or access them. Now let's go to the third one. Remember what we're doing is expanding the ISC2 for domains.
Is this in my handout as well? My folder?
Yes, this particular file is in your folder, the one we're using.
I can't see it again. It's not showing me.
Are you sure? When you start seeing it, let me know.
Yeah, it's showing now.
Okay. So the third one is security architecture and engineering. So this domain focus on designing and building secure systems and networks, which involves applying security models, ensuring encryption, and managing security measures to protect infrastructure from threats. What do you understand by this domain? Read it and tell me what you understand.
What I understand, this domain that is responsible for building secure
You are
systems.
missing the first step, designing. Security starts from designing.
Okay,
So
involved in designing and building of secure systems and networks. Hello?
it involves applying security models,
Okay, it involves applying security models in the also. Yes. Security
ensuring
models.
yes, ensuring encryption and managing security measures to protect infrastructure from threats. So this is just generally talking about the building and designing that enables secure systems and networks. So all those steps that are being put in place, encryption, security models, etc., those things that are being put into place for to protect infrastructure from threats. So under the use case, we see secure network design. When designing a company's internal network, engineers use firewalls and intrusion detection systems to block malicious traffic. Also, IoT security, Internet of Things, that's the meaning of IoT, Internet of Things. And it covers the use of smartwatch, smart TV, smart AC, smart fridge, everything smart in the house falls under IoT. Do you understand?
Okay.
Okay. So a smart home setup is protected by applying encryption to communication between these devices and ensuring they cannot be accessed remotely by hackers. Very, very important. Then the practical, a student learning about cybersecurity might design a mock secure email system incorporating encryption to protect messages from interception, depending on who is doing what. The fourth one here is communication and network security. Under this expansion or subtopic, we say that this domain emphasizes securing networks and data communication channels. This domain emphasizes on securing networks and data communication channels, while it addresses how information is transmitted across networks and how to protect it from threats like eavesdropping and data interception. So this particular domain or subtopic takes care of communication and network security. Use case, network segmentation. In a corporate environment, separating the network into segments ensures that if one segment is compromised, the other remains secure. I think the people who do light, the what's it called, the NEPA guys or the electrical engineers, they do this a lot so that when one side or one phase fails, the other phase will still be good. Do you understand? Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you, sir. Sorry.
Okay, so they also implement VPNs. Employees working remotely use virtual private network (VPNs) to securely access companies' resources, preventing man-in-the-middle attacks. So we have on the practicals, when connecting to public Wi-Fi, please and please and please, users should enable a VPN to secure their communication and protect sensitive information from being intercepted. So the fifth one here is identity and access management. I. This domain involves managing user identities that you are
A
able to.
question.
You said,
I have a question, sir.
please ask.
The VPN, is it not supposed to be a kind of hiding your IP,
The what?
hiding your internet IP?
You say, is it not supposed to be what?
Hiding your internet IP now.
What happened to it?
So, in regards to this question, that while accessing a public Wi-Fi to enable VPN.
So what's the question?
So, why should you enable a VPN when you actually hiding your IP? So, what?
You are asking, when connecting to a public Wi-Fi, why should you enable a VPN?
Yes.
Okay. The best way to answer you is to show you. Okay. So this is a hotel, okay?
Yes.
And this is the, let's say this is uh, the router of the hotel. Router. Now, device, let's say device 1, device 2, device 3, device 4, device 5, device 6, device 7, device 8, device 9, device 10, device 11, device 12, device 13, device 14, device 15, device 16. This is Hotel Richie. Richie Flex, the Hotel Richie Flex. Now, this guy here, when he joins this internet, this IP, what's it called, router. First of all, everybody here is connected to the hotel Wi-Fi. Free Wi-Fi in the hotel, so everybody is what?
Connected.
Connected to it. So one big disadvantage is everybody is connected to the same network. Let's assume that Adamu is a threat actor or a hacker, and he connects also to this free Wi-Fi. Adamu can run some logs on his laptop. He can run some Nmaps scans, basic Nmap scans. You can run Nmap dash S small s small n IP address slash either 24 or the remaining. You can run this kind of command and he will get the IP address of all the devices that are connected in that hotel. All of them, including your own.
Okay.
You will get all the IP addresses. Now that he has all the IP addresses, he can infiltrate one of the device. From infiltrating one, he will enter to the second one. From infiltrating the second one, he will enter the third one. From this, he will enter. Enter. Why is it possible? Because everybody is open inside that particular router or that internet access. Let's say, for example, one person here is using a VPN. His IP address will not show. So the attacker will see everybody's IP address, but when he sees this person's own, he sees another IP. Of course, even if he sees it, he cannot even connect to it because automatically it is shielded from the host network. So one of the good reasons of using VPN is to protect your assets, especially in public spaces. Ask your question.
So what is it? What is it? Is it an application that the Adamu is using to launch whatever it is?
Okay. VPN is an application that shields your, what's it called?
No,
Your IP.
I mean that particular stuff Adamu is using to infiltrate other people's.
Funny enough, he's going to use this tool that you saw in the beginning.
What tool is that?
He's going to use the Kali. Remember, you were asking me about the Kali.
Okay.
So he's going to use the Kali machine because the Linux Kali is built for such kind of activities. He's going to use it and run such kind of those attacks, and he will get bountiful results. Bountiful results. So that
Wow.
is he said, "Wow." So that is why we're saying when connecting to a public Wi-Fi, especially ones that you don't trust, users should enable a VPN to secure their communication and protect sensitive information from being what?
From being hacked.
Intercepted. Yes, intercepted. Man in the middle. These guys here, they are not aware that Adamu is even connected to them, let alone whether to know. If anybody does any bank transaction here, If Adamu wants to see it, Adamu can see it. Adamu can change any message that is coming out from any of the device here, depending on how strong Adamu is in his skills, his typing skills.
Okay.
Okay. So let's move ahead. So number 5, we are talking about identity and access management. Yeah, this domain involves managing user identities, that you're able to log in and log out of your devices with your username and your password. This particular domain takes care of it. It ensures that users are properly authenticated and authorized to access the systems based on their roles and privileges. Based on their roles and privileges, so that you will not mistakenly log into an admin account when you are just a normal user. Use case multi-factor authentication. Employees use both password and a fingerprint to access sensitive and financial systems. Authentication method is authentication on itself is a core section that you should study well for your ISC2 exam. Also, access control is also another topic you should also study well for your exam. During your preparations, we'll give you materials that should cover authentications and access control. But you also need to study hard about it. You understand me?
Yes, sir.
So, under the access control, an IT department implements role-based access control. Most of all these things are English. Just if you're able to understand the core explanation, you're good to go. Role-based access control, RBAC, RBAC, simply says that it gives you access based on your role in your company. That is what this RBAC means or explains to. Role-based access control, to ensure that only administrators can change system configurations. Practical, setting up multi-factor authentication on your personal accounts like your WhatsApp, your email, etc., or your social media accounts adds an extra layer of security, reducing the likelihood of account takeover. The sixth one, remaining two, the sixth one is security assessment and testing. This domain focuses on evaluating the security posture of systems through assessment, testing, and auditing. It includes vulnerability assessments, penetration testing, and continuous monitoring. Security assessment and testing. So this domain focuses on evaluating the security posture of systems through assessment, testing, and auditing. Use case penetration testing. A cybersecurity team tests an organization's defenses by simulating cyber attacks to uncover vulnerabilities. Penetration testing. A cybersecurity team tests an organization's defenses by simulating cyber attacks to uncover vulnerabilities. What do you understand by this?
No idea.
No idea.
That's it. Wait, let me come again. Practical to do. Using two tools like Nmap. I just explain this.
What did you say?
This is just explain, sir.
I should explain.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Penetration testing. Remember, this domain is security assessment and testing. Security assessment and testing. And we say that it focuses on evaluating the security standards of posture of systems, whether this system, whether the security guard well. Yes, now. So they go test them, run them, some testing. Most times they go even attack them to ensure, say, whether their security could withstand external attacks. So this penetration testing says a cybersecurity team, like the red team or the hackers employed by the company, will organize a strategic attack on that product or that company to ensure that their security standard is still strong, and also to expose any weaknesses or weak points in that company or in the product. Just what it was saying. Meanwhile,
Okay, sir.
vulnerability scanning. Automated tools are used to identify weak points. They will scan it and to know where there's a weak point in the network or in the system. That's what vulnerability scanning does. So now look below here on the practical. This one you should be able to do this when you set up your card. He said using free tools like Nmap. I said something about Nmap a few minutes ago. Beginners can scan their home network for potential vulnerabilities or weak points, ensuring that all devices are properly secure. Just the way Adamu will scan the entire hotel's network, you too can scan your own internal network with the same tool. So last but not the least, we already know this one, security operations. This domain involves the day-to-day tasks required to keep an organization's assets secure, and it includes incident response, disaster recovery, and maintaining the operational security of information systems. Yeah, under the use case, we have disaster recovery. After an attack, a company uses its backup systems to restore critical data and operations. We also have incident responders. These are the people that quench the fire. A cybersecurity team detects a phishing attack or an attack and quickly responds by blocking malicious internet IPs or IP addresses. Then they will segregate that system or quarantine the system so that it will not affect others. Practicals. Developing a basic incident response plan for your personal devices can help you react quickly if they are compromised, such as knowing how to change passwords or disconnect from the internet. Question before we go to the last one.
Oh, no question, sir.
No problem. Even if you get a question within the week, just send it across to me and we'll trash it.
Okay, sir.
So, software development security. This domain covers the security of software applications. Make sure you don't give up, man. Did you hear me?
I won't give up, sir.
Please don't give up. The journey is still a bit far, but make sure you don't give up.
I told you I'm helping to PhD cybersecurity, so I better give up.
Okay, good. So, software development security. This domain covers the security of software applications. That reminds me, I will make an announcement in the group. Anybody that is owing Mr. Brian should please pay Mr. Brian. Let me see where money.
Anybody that Mr. Brian is owing, okay?
If Mr. Brian is owing anybody, Mr. Brian will pay the person. So this security domain, software development security domain covers the security of software applications throughout their development cycle. So when engineers are developing a software or a product, this particular domain should revolve around them from start to finish. It ensures that security is integrated even into the design, coding, testing, and deployment of the software. Use case secure coding practices. Software developers should follow guidelines to prevent common vulnerabilities like SQL injection. This is what you are going to be doing on your capstone project, which is your practical. Your final year project will be SQL injection. We are going to do penetration testing on a particular platform. You're going to do it and test and see how uh, bad people infiltrate systems. You're going to see how it is done. And why you are learning it is so that you can inform or help secure systems not to fall into that kind of trap. Do you understand?
Yes, sure.
Okay. So we encourage software developers to follow guidelines to prevent common vulnerabilities like SQL injection or cross-site scripting in web applications. Security testing in development. A company implements static analysis tools to automatically scan codes for security flaws before deployment. Under the practical, a beginner learning about web development should or could practice writing codes that avoid vulnerabilities by using what we call input validation techniques to prevent malicious input from being executed. Blah, 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 blah. Too much English. It means that developers should implement this particular type of technique called validation technique so that hackers will not run malicious code in their websites or in their applications. Do you understand me?
Yes, sir.
Good. So, we've come to the end of the class anyway. You need to download these tools ahead of your practicals because from next week, for your next class, we should be talking about our practicals. In fact, we should start doing our practical labs. Enough of theory, enough of talk. It's time to get your hands dirty, man. And meanwhile, that means you're getting ready to graduating. You should have like either 4 classes or thereabout. I can't remember. 4 classes for your practical before you start doing your final project. But that's good anyway. So in the next class, we'll read on. Okay, we have one more theory to talk about so that you get understanding. We'll talk about network port, IP addressing small, talk about them small, and how to set up your home lab. We'll do that in the next class ahead of you setting them up. So please, the next class should be on network ports. After network ports, we'll now do home lab setup, then start our network scanning before we now go over to the project. So thank you very much, Mike, for staying around. Please, very importantly, watch the video and register for your ISC2 license exam. If you need help when doing that, just pick me up and I might be able to help you. And you have to be very careful when putting in your details so that if you put in wrong details, you might not be able to change them because they capture your full name, your name in the ID. So when you're trying to register 2 times, it's like a what's it called?
They have malicious
Yes.
in there.
Yes, so they will just ban, they might just ban your account, your name actually. And meanwhile, you need your certificate to bear your full name, your true name. So when doing it, you have to do it carefully. So
So did
thank
they
you very
have
much.
malicious people in their side?
Eh, you can never tell. Don't trust
A
anybody.
security, a security agent like them, should they be, know,
What they actually prevent, see, in security, eh, good prevention is one of the best ways of staying secure. Because in the grand scheme of things, nothing is actually secure. It's a matter of who is coming after it or who is hacking it and what importance is it for the person. So let's assume that you're a thief and you are going to rob a house only to find out that after you don't go hire gun of 1 million, hire everything, when I enter, only 20,000 naira the man gets. How will you feel? So, uh, after all those wasting of time, it's a matter of what is in it for the person that is coming after you. If the person feels there's a big value in robbing you or hacking you, then they might possibly pay the ultimate price and go the extra mile. Hey, then it will not be a game of who will give up, whether your system, your security system will hold them or they will give up. So
so how will I now protect my security?
that is why we are learning cybersecurity. Little by
Yeah,
little by little, you'll be able to learn how to protect yourself. Start from at least putting multi-factor authentication in your devices. Should we say it down here? Put multi-factor authentications on your devices to avoid someone to log you out from your WhatsApp or your Facebook or your Instagram. Start by setting up your devices very well. Include multi-factor authentications, and please write down. Tell me to brush up or teach you about authentication. Okay, like I told you, it's still going to be on the video that you're going to train. But I need to teach you some salient things about authentication. It's already night and I don't want to bore your brain again. So please write it down and remind me later to teach you. Okay, good night and have a nice rest. Bye bye.
all right, sir. Good night, sir.